Oh my word, I am back with another video, with another how to beat a character video, and Lord and behold, as you saw, it's Nina. I know everyone on this channel right now must love this character when they come across her. I know you guys do. I know every time you must be like, yes, yes. And if you really do say that, you are lying. Because I don't know anyone who enjoys fighting Nina besides someone who actually plays Nina. I don't know who enjoys fighting against Nina. If y'all can comment on who actually has a good understanding of Nina and how to counter her, and I need to see that you guys are blue ranks her up, because I don't want to hear it if you're like, I could beat Nina, and no, because I know people, pro players and everyone who still have issues. There's just no way you can accurately guess and really defend against Nina. There really isn't, okay? It's all depends on the player. And anyways, I'm asking that because I seriously, I am one who also needs help with Nina. So, I also wanted to point out too that I've been under the weather, which is why I haven't really been able to stream or even record videos. So, my bad. I've been traveling too, and I got under the weather again just when I thought I was getting better, and I didn't. So it's been weeks of me not feeling myself, not being able to feel 100%. But in the meanwhile, I did get one of these guys. Got myself a. Oh, I didn't even realize there were buttons back here. I should really look at the box. Oh, that's embarrassing. Yeah, I got myself a blue microphone, and I'm gonna mess with the settings some more. But I've been really happy with it so far. I've been testing the audio out, and I think at where I have it and everything, until I'm actually able to put it on my stand, my microphone holder, I've been really happy with this blue microphone. Anyways, let's not waste any more time here, and I finally get into beating Nina, right? How do you deal with Nina? Who knows how to deal with Nina, right? So hopefully this video is gonna help you guys with that, because what I want you guys to understand is how you efficiently download someone, right? How do you download someone? How do you actually remember someone's habits and traits with a character, right? So, in that being said, that next match, I won, and then I won again, and then that's it. That was they left after that. So it's one of those things when your opponent realizes there's a download that happens, something more than likely they're gonna lose. Don't be mad about it. Don't get stressed, because I know it's come on, you were beating the crap out of me, and now I'm now I have a fighting chance. I figured you out. Let me get those points back. Let me get my points back, and they leave. It sucks, but just know that even with that fact, you became the better player in a sense, right? You resorted to new tactics, new strategies, and new approaches, and their go-to bread and butter was not working at that point, right? So that's a win in my books. Even if you lose at that match, but you came so close to beating them compared to before, that's still a win. Treat that as a win. So with that being said, we're gonna go, let's do this match right here. So we're gonna see how I'm gonna beat Nina with Jin. This is a Divine Ruler. At the time of this fight, I was a revered ruler. I think I'm Divine now with Jin. So we're getting up there, we're getting close. And what I'm gonna start doing is, I really wanna go ahead and actually just start putting in the frame info from the beginning, right? Gosh, I probably sound horrible with this congestion. I actually want to go ahead and start putting the detailed displays here, and I want to go ahead and just have that there up in the air for you guys to just look at, because I may not point something out because it's common knowledge to me, but it may be new to you. So I'm gonna leave these the frame info up here so you can understand, oh, I didn't know that was -9. I didn't know that was 12. I didn't know that, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna leave that here for now. So match just started, backs up. I get immediately counter hit. Immediately. And I just want you guys to remember, when it comes to Nina, Nina is the type of character that is going to make you press buttons. Don't press buttons. Don't panic. There is no such thing as panic moves that will work out in your favor against Nina. So I want you guys to play tight defense with Nina. Tight defense, and let all of her crazy attacks let that be the download, right? So immediately counter hit, counter, you know, wall travel to a billion years. You see what I'm saying? You see what what's going on over here? Like immediately I'm at a quarter of a health with 10 seconds, and I have this buffoonery that's happening here. And again, I tacked because I sidestepped, right? But what happens? She lets the string rip, and these evasive strings, oh, they just destroy you and just completely kill your momentum. When you think you're like, oh, all right, I got momentum, right? You know you don't. No, you don't. So what was that? What was that high kick, actually? This is what we're gonna learn. That's minus 17. I didn't know that. Okay, so that's minus 17. So understand that when she does that move, launch it. Launch it. Now that we know, launch that move. And over here, I'm also testing the knowledge of my opponent, right? So we see here I did a down forward 1-4. That means my opponent has knowledge. So with that being said, if you realize that a string that ends on a high per se, or leaves you vulnerable, and your opponent knows it, don't do the move again. Don't do it. This is a character you don't want to really like allow them to know, like, oh hey, this string is gonna end in a high, I'm just gonna duck. You don't want that momentum to be given to Nina. You don't. I messed up the combo because, you know, I'm the best player in the world. Laying on the floor. I think I sidestep it, but I wasn't really prepared for Nina's to do such a move like that at low health, because it's risky. But again, you know, we are playing Divine Rulers right now, so we have to keep in mind that there's going to be some moves that we have to watch out for. So I tried going for the crouch dash 1 to launch. Nothing. No punish. So now I'm like, I really need to build momentum. And that's the thing with Nina. Against Nina is, please, as soon as you get the opportunity to build momentum, especially if you know what moves give you momentum, right? That's key. What moves give you momentum? So in this case, what we did to get momentum, if you guys are good at crouch dashing or wave dashing, I highly like encourage you guys to get while standing fours, like a crouch dash while standing 4. Get it in your system. Start making it a habit. Why do I say that? +8. Juicy frames. Great frames, right? We want those frames against Nina. So immediately, what do? I go for a forward 4 to see how she's gonna react. She blocks. I'm like, oh, okay, let's go ahead and take it a step back there, right? So we're gonna do the cancel. We're gonna get just some momentum building lows. See how she reacts. So in this case, she backs away, right? So this opponent understands that when I get hit, I should not be attacking. The fact that your opponent understands that, oh, hey, I'm getting hit, right? If I'm getting hit, that means that I should not be attacking. That's good, but that's also bad. Why do I say that? Why do I say it's good and bad? Why do I say it's a double-edged sword, right? It's a double-edged sword in my opinion, because if you let your aggression get the best of you, a patient opponent is gonna wait until you let yourself open up. You don't wanna do that. So you wanna equally kind of like reciprocate the aggression and the pacing of the match. So in this case, I'm realizing like, okay, she's backing away after she got hit. Let me go ahead and back away too to see what's going on. And immediately, right? See what happens when you go ahead and you kind of just dictate the pacing. At that point, I had an intuition in my head. I was like, I know more than likely she's gonna try to approach again. I'm not saying I could read minds. I can't read moods of the future, but it's good to take risk. In this case, the crouch dash 1 worked out. Now we have momentum. We went and built the tide in our favor. She's not in rage either, so that's perfect. That's actually perfect. She's not in rage, but we still have her at pretty much killing health, pretty much, right? I didn't block the move, right? But it didn't hit me, so I went for something safe. And then Hell Sweep to end it out because, again, seeing how she reacts, right? So in this case, didn't block the Hell Sweep. Good old Nina players immediately. Oh, I even know what move she was trying to do. I know exactly what move that was trying to do. But Jin's standing 4 is faster. I messed up the combo because, you know, I can go in Evo. I get hit by that counter hit again. So now immediately I'm taking note. I'm like, that counter hit move is annoying. It's getting me. So I'm like, all right, keep it in mind. In the middle of the match, any crucial mistake you make, imprint that in your head. Actually be like, okay, why did I get counter hit? Why did I lose that scenario where she's getting this crazy combo, right? Realize the mistake you make, and actually will help you in the longer run to adjust quickly, right? Don't, because I know sometimes you can be in there and you're fighting and then boom, counter hit. You're like, oh gosh, great. And, you know, you kind of just put the controller down. You're like, oh, okay, I'm worrying about when I need to get up. When do I need to get up? When do I need to get up? And let me just get up and focus on that. When in reality, in the middle of the combo, try thinking about like, why did I get hit? That's your breathing period. You're in the combo. There's nothing else you can do until you get up again. So just take that second to breathe and figure out what went wrong. Right? Strings. Knowing strings with Nina is important. So when that low kick comes up, understand that the second one is a high. See? Now, after that second hit, a mix-up can happen. If I'm correct, please YouTube, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not a Nina player. If I'm correct, there's another move that she can actually do a mix-up out of that string, right? I think she can go for a mid or a high, I think, or a low, one of the two, or maybe all three. Just put it like this. It's a mix-up you don't really want to eat. So if you block that second move, interrupt it. Don't be scared. Interrupt it. Assert your dominance. And see, so we leave at a +3, and now we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna reciprocate. You see how I reciprocate? I'm +3, but I'm not attacking. See, if she was landed, oh, that would have been a nice combo. So I like using electrics as a keep out move too. You'll be surprised how effective electrics are as a keep out move. Very, very surprised. I've caught so many people with electrics. What are we doing here? You see why it's so important just to take a second? Now, I threw out the forward 4-3 because I've only introduced her to lows and hell sweeps. Blocks, that's good. So we understand our opponent doesn't like to duck. Ducking is very risky in Tekken. So she knows not to do that. That counter hit, that same move. You see how she tried to do it again? See? See? So, and then at that point, there's not much you can do. It's either going to be a mid or a low. So we're going to go ahead and continue to the next match. Let's readjust. That's a high. That string ends in a high. I try to do it electric from the backdash, but I should have just stayed ducking and launch punish that. So again, important, know your strings. Don't duck against Nina. I think her mids are a lot more scarier than her lows, honestly. Her lows are annoying for sure, but that's why her lows are like that. They make you annoyed so you can start ducking and catch you with the mids like that, like she just did. So at that point, right, I eat the low. I'm like, whatever, right? And let's see what happened here, because I got a sidestep. I'm -4, so technically she has the advantage, right? But I sidestep. What do I do here? Okay, I just do a quick jab to interrupt. If I was more confident, I would have done a sidestep electric, but that's kind of tricky to do. See, I'm really trying to like I don't want to get hit by that counter move again. So I'm trying my absolute best to not get hit by that, but I'm out of range too. No launch punish, thank God. But she did it again. Again, know your strings. You gotta know your strings. She did that move again. We're gonna let her know, like, no, we do not tolerate that. As soon as you block the first move and you stay ducking, launch it. Down forward 1. We catch her ducking. Pixel health. Yep, go with the mid.
Round 4. Fight.
So now we are making her understand that we know strings, right? So now in the rest of the match, I'm pretty sure she's going to be reluctant to throw out that string again, or at least be a little bit careful with strings in general, right? I may not know all the strings, may not know all of them, but we at least let her know, like, depending on which one you do, you are going to get severely punished for that. How many frames was that? 13. I didn't know that. We gotta know that next time. 13 frame Punisher. So now we're playing this neutral game, right? And also, I did not know that knee is minus 13. Again, you see what I'm saying? Like, just figuring this stuff out and, like, really going back into your replays, it's gonna help you out so much in the long run the next time you do run against Nina. Go with the mid option. Low, she's... See? You see that this is why it's important to know strings. Like... So now we understand that mid kick is a mid, right? I'm assuming it's a mid. High. But she's in the air, so... I think at that point, if you really want to interrupt that, you could float her out of it. Or, in this case, that's a very, it looks like a very linear move. So we could try to sidestep that. So I would go ahead and do our best to lab that, see what options work out for you, right? So go to a lab, find that string, and just play it over and over, and just do different things, right? Evade, sidestep, interrupt, counter hit. Who knows? One of those options is gonna work for your character, and whatever rewarding option you have for that character, just use it and let that opponent know, like, we don't let that slide around here. And that's a annoying, damaging follow-up. And then with that, you have to really time that punish, because if not, as you saw, I get counter hitted. You can't win them all against Nina. You really can't. Could electric that. Really going in with that move. Nope. I mess up the combo again. So another thing too, if you're not comfortable like interrupting those strings, still just play with actually defending against it, right? That's gonna get you somewhat comfortable in the long run to be like, okay, now I know what to do against this string. And it could make your opponent scared. I don't like... No. You see? No. She's trying. She's trying. Ow. At this point, I don't want any sort of counter hit. I don't want any sort of momentum given to her. I don't. You see how I just a little hit and then I back away? It wasn't enough. Yeah, I could have been it. But we used down 4 as a keep out. So, in summary, what did we learn from this video? I would say what we learned is, again, patience. And the biggest thing is knowing strings. With characters like this, it's good to know your strings, and really keeping mind of momentum in the match, understanding who has the momentum. That's big. That's big for sure. One match was not enough. As you can tell, I'm almost 20 minutes, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to even cut this down. Hopefully I cut it down soon. But like that was just a lot for one video. It was a lot for one video. So I will be making a part 2 for Nina when she was beating me, and then when we still got the download. So stay tuned for that. But thanks again so much for just being patient with me and just really just hanging tight while I'm traveling for work, and I've just been under the weather. So thank you guys so much. But I'll catch you guys next video. Peace.